Good evening. Welcome to the Celtic Way pre-match lineup reaction to Celtic versus Dundee. I'm Tony Haggerty at aHaggerty10 on the X or Twitter handle, and I'm joined tonight by Ryan McGinley at the Ryan McGinley in his car before he heads off to Paradise to see Celtic versus Dundee. Ryan, how you doing? What do you make of that team? I think we both got 10 out of 11, didn't we?
I get 9. I put Bernardo and I put Palma in, so I get 9 out of
Right.
11. You get 10 out of 11. So you got the one up on me this time, Tony. Not that it's a competition or anything like that. Yeah, I'm happy with the team. The changes that I really wanted to see have been made. I'm not going to complain about Matt O'Reilly being in the team. He's a good football player and he can turn it on at any given moment. But I'm delighted to see the likes of Ida starting, the likes of Yang starting. Carter Vickers now fully back, integrated into the first team. Yeah, Iwata's retained his place and deservedly so, in my opinion. It's good that Brendan Rodgers has kept that continuity. He did have a good game. He took him off for offensive purposes in terms of bringing attacking players on, but he's stuck with that symmetrical sort of team line. And I'm delighted to see that. I'm delighted to see that he's back in the thick of things and he's ready to contribute from now till the end of the season. But yeah, a strong team. Not much could have done with the defence. I think that's as strong as it gets at this present moment. Midfield looks okay, and the wide areas and up front look okay as well. So that should be a team that's more than good enough to beat Dundee tonight. But as we know, games don't work like that, and they'll have to perform well to get a result.
Correct. Yeah, that's the team we more or less predicted, wasn't it? A couple of omissions there. I had Palmer in for Maeda. You had Palmer in for Maeda and Bernardo in for O'Reilly. But yeah, I think that's a strong team. I'm quite happy at that. I'm glad Ida retains the yellow jersey, as I say, up front. And here's hoping he can get his first goals at Parkhead. Ryan, we were talking about that this morning, weren't we? Experienced the crowd getting behind him at Celtic Park and hopefully can bulge the net on more than one occasion tonight.
Yeah, he's been scoring his goals in 2 at the moment, which has been good. If you can go one better and get a hat trick tonight, that'd be absolutely brilliant. But let's walk before we can run. Get your first goal at Celtic Park, and then we'll see what you can do. But yeah, he's the main man at the moment. All the headlines have been about him. Already talks about potential permanent deals. That's when you know a player's doing well. If there's already talk about, especially in the media, if the media starts saying that Celtic will have competition. You want Celtic to have competition for a player's signature because that then shows that you get plenty of suitors and that he's a wanted man, and in the best possible way. You can be a wanted man for other reasons, but he's a wanted man for the right reasons. Just keep on doing what you're doing. Get a couple of goals tonight, and start racking up that goal tally. Because he's already on 4 goals and an assist in 5 games. He's really like a duck to water. He's really taken to playing for Celtic and playing for the magnitude of the club, etc., etc. But I want to see him score some open goals tonight as well from open play. If any penalties come his way, then you've got a reliable penalty kick taker in that respect. But yeah, I just want to see him get on the ball, get his natural game going, and help his teammates as well as getting goals for himself. I think he was a guaranteed starter tonight, and I'm glad that Brendan Rodgers has thought the same.
Yep, positivity abounding tonight, Ryan. Here we go. Patrick McLaughlin on the hoops. He's saying, "Evening all," says Hazel Finn. 160 joining us. Thanks very much, guys. Appreciate it. Sunder Scotland. Evening, guys. Hope everyone is feeling positive. I think there's a positive vibe in through Northampton. Tim, hail troops. 3 points in a pack of cans. Somebody's happy, Ryan. Somebody's happy. Christopher Patterson, Celtic need goals tonight, and if Celtic score first, the team can't afford to defend that one goal. They need 2 or 3 ahead to win. John Boy 67, hail troops, on the tick. Evening, guys, says Josh. Evening, Josh, how are you? And Sandra Scotland saying, Big Ida, right in the onion bag, 1-0 early goal, he's predicting. All good, Ryan, lots of positivity here. Every game's huge, but these are the games that Celtic have struggled with all season. Tonight they need to make a statement, Ryan. We were talking about that earlier on this morning, weren't we?
Yep, and we were also talking about the fact that Celtic need the second goal in the game and not just the first.
Yep.
There's been no problem with them scoring early goals or goals in games, getting that opening goal, but they need to consolidate on that and they need to put away games. They can't allow any sort of way for opposition teams, especially at home, to get back into the tying, to get back into the match. If they can score a couple of goals early doors and really knock the stuffing out of Dundee, then it should be an okay night for Celtic and their manager. But when you leave it at 1 goal for long enough, as we've seen in the Kilmarnock game, If you leave it like that, then there's always that opportunity that you can get bit really, basically, and they did in injury time. But
Brendan, was talking about that anxiety transmitting and cascading down from the stands to the players, that negative energy. But don't want that tonight, Ryan. We want the Celtic players to, because the fans will get right behind them if they produce like they did on Sunday. I know it was late, but they did still produce at the end. Hazel Finn saying she hopes Mattarelli turns up tonight. A goal would be great. She'll feel calmer when he's back to normal. Aero 250, 3 points in her performance, please. Siobhan Baxter, a must win. Very much so. Patrick McLaughlin, 4-1 Celtic, needs to go McGregor any time. Bronna Brown saying, good luck, Celtic. Yep. Lots of people getting in touch here, Ryan. 234 people joining us. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate it. And I'm feeling quite positive tonight. That lineup's more or less what I hoped for. So I just hope Celtic can, come out the traps pretty early, Ryan, and, really take it to Dundee. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, me too. Get a couple of early goals, and really take it to the opposition. You want to make it as uncomfortable as possible for the team that are visiting Celtic Park. It's about time Celtic Park becomes a fortress once again. Been dropping too many points at home this season, and it's time for that to be stopped. In all honesty, they can't really drop any more points home or away from now until the end of the season. And I include both Rangers games in that as well. They need to be pretty much perfect if they're going to win this league. So, that is the challenge that they've got. That is the gauntlet that's been put down, and Celtic have just got to deal with that. They've got to win basically every game until the end of the season. If they can go on an 11-game winning run, then I don't think anyone will complain about that whatsoever. But if they can win as many games as possible, maybe a draw at Ibrox and then a win at Celtic Park, I don't know. We need to see what the way the table is at that point in time. But there is no more margin for error. The margin for error left a couple of games ago, 3, 4, 5 games ago, and even then they were still making mistakes, which is the reason why they're second in the table at this moment in time. So a win is the most important thing. We are in the business end of the season, but I would like to see a performance as well, and I'd like to see a couple of goals tonight to really get the good feeling back, because I think there was a good feeling at the end of that Motherwell game, despite the terrible performance that Celtic put in for large portions of that game. I hope that's just galvanised the players and they come out with a bit of freedom and a bit of fight. Because if they can do that, then they should be too much for Dundee to handle. But we've seen stranger things this season already. So Celtic can't take any. They can't take any risks or be off their game. They've got to be on their A game tonight and ensure that they get the 3 points and a couple of goals to go with that as well.
Yep, Willie Cree coming in. Come on, Celtic, let's get at them from the first minute and keep going at them. Hopefully put the opposition away instead of sitting in and trying to defend a 1-0 lead. Damon O'Hanlon, same thing. Team exactly what we wanted to see. Go for the throat from the first whistle, Celtic. I think that's what everybody wants. Tom Dow coming in saying he likes Ida, but let's not get carried away. He is at best a good project. O'Reilly needed a rest, and if he can't get it against Dundee at home, then there's something wrong. CFC 88's come on, the champions. Kenny Todd. Lots of beers been mentioned tonight, Ryan. Got the beers in the fridge, Tony. Ida to score, an early goal, but 3 points from the boys. Hail, he's saying. Lee Snedden saying this has to be the night Celtic plays a team, convincing performance and a win. Smell the glove saying can't drop any points. And Rennie coming in saying hail, Tony and Rido. Is that you? Is that your name?
Had that before. I have had that nickname before. I don't want it to catch on. I've had it for too long already. I know there's people talking about how they've got some beverages in for the game, and I don't blame anybody for that because it is an awful night tonight. It is absolutely pelting down. It was horrible to drive in. That was the reason why this show was a bit later, because I get stuck in the traffic. Half between the adverse weather conditions and the fact it was kind of rush hour as well. So, it was a bit longer getting to my usual parking spot. But I'm here, looking forward to the game despite the weather conditions. These are perfect weather conditions, I would say. It's quite converse to spectating in it. It's the best football to play in, with the sliding tackles and the wet surface. This should suit Celtic
shooting
tonight.
From distance, Ryan, on a wet surface, get as many, pummel that goal with shots, I would say.
I want Ida to be thriving on the chaos tonight. That's what I would like. If a Dundee player slips, then I want Ida to be on the end of that and get a chance or a shot away, or try and get an interception and get it to the next man. Use it to your advantage. But I know both teams have to play on it, and I know mistakes can happen to either team. But Celtic are at home. They'll be hoping that they can prey off mistakes that happen in the Dundee camp, and that they can profit off of that with goals.
Correct. There's lots of comments coming in, lots of positivity abounding here. Right, Craig McMeekin, Cameron Carter-Vickers installs him with so much confidence. That confidence plays through the squad. He's going for Matt O'Reilly, man of the match tonight. There you go. Big Dom, great performance and result. Will give everyone a huge lift. It most certainly will. Dom, Brown Warrior, thinking it ourselves, Ryan. Come out swinging tonight and get the season started proper. I think that's what everybody wants, isn't it? Maestro 95, win, fast-flowing football. Yep, touch of the rip, roaring, free-scoring, never boring. Will do for me. Buzzlock coming in 4-0 for him. The Dundee backline is the worst performing in the league at the minute. We'll soon see, won't we? Smell the glove. Rido and Wido. There you go, Ryan. Very good. A bit of self-deprecation never hurt them. They did it. Hail, troops, says James Floyd. Same straight back to you, James. Good man. Thank you for that. And Steg's coming in saying the Celtic need Matt O'Reilly back to form tonight. Crowd need to be on it too from the start. And CCV and Scales positional play will be important also. George Barr saying 6-0 tonight. Hope he means Celtic. And there you go. Susan Mackay saying another repeat will do. Is she talking about repeating Sunday or a repeat of a 6-0? Which I put up on.
I wonder if it's 3-0 because the two score lines this season, the Celtic and Dundee, have been 3-0 respectively in both games, both at Celtic Park and Dens Park. So 3-0. I would take 3-0 in a good performance, but just talking about goal difference, a 5 or 6 would be great tonight. Don't want to
Kevin Mullen. Yeah, there's a chance tonight, Ryan. We said it before. This is a chance for Celtic to eat into that goal difference if they're really on their mettle and on their game. Let's get into them, says Kevin Mullen. Still a double to be won. CFC 88, let's just put in a performance indeed. And Anthony Murphy coming in saying, keep the faith, on the hoops. So, lots of Celtic supporters coming in, getting in touch. Nearly 350 people, Ryan, on the pre-game show. That's excellent, guys. Thanks very much. Trying to read as many comments as possible. We're all delighted with that team. Be variations of that team, maybe that you thought yourself, maybe with O'Reilly dropping out, Bernardo coming in. But yeah, that's more or less, as I say, Ryan get 9, I get 10. It's more or less what we thought would happen. Most important players are back. Cameron Carter-Vickers is back. Iwata's still in the team, and either retains his place in the team and Yang starts. So yeah, it says something that we all wanted to see, wasn't it, Ryan?
Yep, especially Yang. I was really looking forward to seeing Yang tonight because I thought he was a catalyst to all things good for Celtic on Sunday afternoon. I know Ida scored the 2 goals and he was so important for Celtic getting the win and quite rightfully got the player of the match and stuff like that. But Yang deserves his space or his slot in the team for this game tonight. I think he's deserved this opportunity. He came back. He's came back from the Asia Cup and he's looked a guy that was full of confidence. Seen bits of that, and seen that in St Mirren Park in the Smythe Stadium. I thought he looked really, really positive in that game. I like what he brings to the team, and I know he's been a bit of a whipping boy this season for some of his performances. Kilmarnock being one of the biggest ones. I think he wasn't so great in Lazio too, or in Rome and Lazio, obviously. But who was good on that night? He's been a victim of these performances where the whole team has been bad. He's been the one that's been trying to make things happen on the wing and nothing's coming off for him, so he becomes a bit of a scapegoat in the team.
Sure.
I'm delighted to see him tonight. I think he's coming into a better team than the one that he would have played in last time around, from previous to the Asia Cup. I'm looking forward to seeing him tonight and seeing what he can do. I wouldn't put it against him scoring a goal tonight and really taking his opportunity. But I like how direct he is. He's probably Celtic's most direct winger at the club at the moment. So I think you need that at home against a low block, somebody that's going to force the issue and make things happen. Hopefully for Yang tonight, that'll be it. And it's a game at Tynecastle that's up for grabs for Yang. If he can play well tonight, then he puts himself right in the window for that and the manager's thoughts for the next game at Tynecastle. So he's good tonight.
Yeah, his confidence will be sky high. Ryan having got the nod after his cameo at Fir Park, and Brendan Rodgers, the manager, acknowledging that contribution. So go out and do it tonight again. Just relax on it. The manager's got every faith in you. That's that's vindication that the manager thinks you're doing the right things, if ever there was one, So go out and relax on that and make another valid contribution, as you say, play yourself into Sunday's team. Maestro 95, Yang and AJ to build a bromance. Patrick McLaughlin coming in and saying, do you think the past 3 days has put some fire into Brendan and the players' bellies? The only bromance, Ryan, is you and mine bromance on the Celtic way. That's you can't break that stranglehold. Isn't that right, fella? But hopefully Yang and AJ can build a bromance. That's what we'd like to see. Indeed, trying to get through as many comments as possible, guys, before Ryan shoots the craw and goes to watch the football.
I'm looking forward to seeing Owen Beck tonight for Dundee as well. Watching him very, very closely. I think he's a person of interest still for Celtic, despite the fact that he went back to Dundee. There might even be a gentleman's agreement between Celtic and Liverpool for the end of the season. You know, this is his chance to show for the rest of the season that he can do it. 21 years old, really talented young player, made his debut for Liverpool in that game against Bournemouth. I remember walking back to the car and was like, "Oh, he's played for Liverpool now. He can't join Celtic in January, but you know it could be good for him to sort of cut his teeth at Dundee for another 3-4 months, and then in the summer, if he has made that progression even more so in his game, then he could join Celtic for the start of next season. But it's definitely somebody that Celtic should look at.
And amongst watching Celtic players, obviously Owen Beck, somebody, you say, who should be a person of interest. Kevin Mullen coming back in. Iwata could be the key that Celtic need in midfield, as Cal Mack needs help in there. Aero 250, thanks very much. Shout out to Haggerty for trying to include as many comments as possible. That's very kind. Cheers, fella. No, we like your thoughts. We always encourage you to come in and tell us what you're thinking. So that will never change, guys. So there we have it. I'm trying to read a couple more, but as I say, what time is it, Ryan? Yeah, you're on the clock now, aren't you? So final thoughts, Ryan. Who's going to be the star man tonight? Who are you picking out as your star man? And you want to give us a score prediction as well?
Okay. I'll go 4-0. I think Celtic will be up for this tonight. I know you usually go down 1 or up 1 on me, so you know, regardless, 3 or 5 is a good one. So you know, I think that's a good one to predict, because at least you'll pick a 3 or a 5, and I would take either one of those results as well. In terms of star man, just looking through the team just now, can't look past Adam Idah at the moment. I think there's something special about this guy. I think I can see why Celtic got him into the club. You know, it might have been a last minute deal, but some of Celtic's best deals have been last minute in the past couple of years. He's really, really acclimatised to Celtic quickly, made a massive impact altogether. Not just his goals, but his actual build-up play as well, and his hassling of defences. He's a focal point that Kyogo unfortunately isn't. Kyogo's a different striker, but this game might suit Adam Idah tonight. You know, a bustling back line that Dundee have got. I know they've been struggling, but they do have a strong, you know, they've got big bodies at the back. So, and Adam Idah will be loving every bit of that. So I can't see him not scoring tonight. And I think Yang will score as well. I think Adam Idah and Yang will both score in this game. So I'm going to go for 4-0.
4-0 you're going to go for? So I usually go 1 up or 1 down. So I'll go 1 up then, Ryan. Eh? Positivity abounds. We'll reconvene, and either our faces will be tripping us or we'll be like, we nailed it. So I'll go 5, all right? I know Celtic haven't looked like scalping anybody recently, but I just think there's something about Sunday that made me feel that they're bang up for this, and the manager and AJ's quotes yesterday at the press conference, I'm feeling confident, Ryan. I'm feeling good. So that's pre-match, of course. Post-match might be singing a different song and humming a different tune, but hey, we'll keep that positivity abounding. Lots of people coming in. 4-1 Celtic, says Patrick McLaughlin, and Hazel Finn saying she hopes it.
I think Patrick's gave us his coupon.
Yeah, exactly. 5-0 the champions, is Claire Best. There you go. Hazel wanting Mattarelli to be the star man tonight. I'll take anybody to be the star man, to be honest. And let's say, and Jim Conley saying Beck pocketed Maida the last game. He certainly did, which is why he became a person of interest. And we shall see what happens. And David saying, que sera, what will be indeed. And
Absolutely.
Love it saying, cannot believe Kyogo's dropped Amida starting. That's crazy. Paul Hogan saying 3-0. Well, here's hoping. 5-0, Cosmic Verson get the goal difference up. And David McDonald saying, try not to be greedy, but 60 minutes of quality play would be a great start. It would be. Right, Ryan, you get yourself off to said Celtic Park and enjoy the occasion. Guys, result dependent, it always is. We'll be on at some point once the work's done after the football. Hope you can enjoy it. Hope Celtic pile on the agony, Ryan, and turn on the style. Put on a show for once, at Celtic Park. Everybody is in this together. 11 games to go. Come on, there's a title to win here. Let's do it. Starting tonight, Ryan. Give the boys our best, and we'll see you soon. All right, guys, take it easy.
Cheers, guys. Thank you, guys. Enjoy the game.